All right. So I don't know what happened to our new opening, but Linda, we have a new opening. So anyhow, it's Tuesday. It's movie reviews and more. I'm Brian Sebastian, and we're live in Las Vegas at the Consumer Electronics Show, otherwise known as the CES Show. All new technology, brands, great companies, interesting people. It's all about that. So we haven't had this young lady in a long time. Hot bod, hot mom, macro made meals, international best-selling author. It's all about fitness with a probably broken foot or whatever she has there with crutches. I'm not used to seeing that. I am used to seeing her with those big, huge ass high heels. I have a feeling she probably fell off one, but maybe she was golfing. Who knows? The one and only Linda Steele. And it's a snow day for her. So she goes, "Can I be on?" I'm like, "You can always be on." So the fact that we have her, that's a great thing. And from Houston, Texas, Chef Rachel Roberts. Rachel Roberts recipes. She's got that shiny thing in the back. She looks like, I still can't remember the girl from Kill Bill, the woman. But Howard said it. You do look like Veronica Lake. You got that great 40s look with the hair. And that's what it's all about. The one and only Chef Rachel Roberts. And we got a couple other things going on too. Howard Wiggins, he's been getting a lot of traction on things coming up. And I've been really, really excited about this because he's got this interview that's kind of fascinating. You want to know some interesting stories, whether it's Dolly Parton, whether it's Elvis, whether it's about how he was one of the world's best international former interior designers. Well, check out his interview. And again, Jeremy Van Wert is what it was. And yes, Uma Thurman is who I was thinking about. See, I'm in the world of technology. I'm not thinking of movie stars right now, so that's why. But anyhow, we kick off today. I was going to have LG on. They're busy at the booth, but they said, yes, we got some great things coming with them for movie reviews and more now. You guys will be excited about that. They're smart home appliances. They're great TVs. They're projections that I really like. And Cooking Revolution. Rachel, you follow them. So they were going to be on, but they didn't have a booth. They actually left. So everybody was wanting to come in here, so they will be on our future show. And it's all about those great appliances when it comes to the cooking. And yes, Linda will probably like this, what's in your kitchen, because it's great. And it's still family and it's family owned and made in America, which is important. So this guy, found him not too long ago. Oh, locally Tosh Pope's in. I got to say hi to her. So all the way from Miami, singer, songwriter, dancing, all the way cool chick, vocally Tosh. And so Van, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this great product that I found. Introduce you to everybody, to the audience. Let them know what you're here for and what you guys have created.
Hey everyone, thanks for having me on the show. I'm Van Tucker. We're part of a company called Harbor Lockers. We do smart lockers, and I'm on the show here to really share this marketplace locker that you've seen around cities before. You see those Amazon lockers that you use for Amazon. We're kind of changing the game up, making it up so anyone can use these lockers for a lot of these different use cases that we'll be talking about in the show. But we're here in the United States and revealing the world's first on-demand locker network at CES.
So talk about this. Talk about, I'm not an Amazon person. I don't order. A lot of girls like to order things from Amazon. But talk about why I liked your product. Not only did I like the yellow, I like that you do something different that they don't do.
What we do different, what they don't do, is we work with local small businesses that can really leverage our network. So Amazon's a huge company. There are trillions of dollars, and everyone's trying to, people love buying item products in Amazon, but there's a lot of other brands and merchants that want to offer very similar experiences. So we work with companies in small cities around the country where a local business can put an item in the locker and their customers can pick them up. In addition, we work with a lot of other different use cases as well, like Facebook Marketplace. You never want to be like, say you bought something on Facebook Marketplace and you never met the person before. It's like, hey, I'm buying this item, and you don't want to go meet them face to face, but you know how nice and convenient it would be instead of meeting in the parking lot or at Home Depot or some other location. You can put the item in that locker, share a little code, and the person that you bought the item on Facebook Marketplace can pick it up asynchronously and super easy.
And you have different items too, that in different sizes also. And then talk about it's Bluetooth, right?
Yeah, it's all Bluetooth power, so we can put these lockers literally anywhere, and they just go there, pick it up, any place where we put them. Right now, we're in most major markets in the United States, and we'll be deploying 25,000 of these locker locations over the next 2 years.
Tell the audience a little bit about your background and your partners and how everything came to fruition.
Yeah, I think that's what's a really good, unique story that we have. So our founder started the business doing laundry locker in San Francisco. He's like, hey, he was like kind of a tech guy working for a consulting company, wears suits often, nice clothes, but did not like doing his laundry. So he's like, has to be an easier way to drop off my laundry. So he started a company called Laundry Locker, became the largest laundry service in San Francisco. But scaling that business was difficult. The capital and cost of buying those lockers. So what he started is a laundry technology company, which enabled other laundry service companies to become lockers in their cities. And that expanded across the United States and globally doing laundry. And this was over like 15 to 20 years ago when people had BlackBerry phones. So he's a very early adopter into locker technology. And as that grew, a lot of these laundry lockers ended up in apartment buildings. And, as apartment buildings have gone and more people start buying items online, packages started invading these apartment buildings. So,
and thieves started coming up and grabbing stuff.
Yeah, and then thieves came in, put an item at your doorstep, people run away and take it, or even, so that is where the locker solution for packages kind of came. So we started developing another company where we started putting focus exclusively in package management. And now we have over 10,000 locations here in the United States and really opening it up to really fight port piracy when it comes to packages. But in addition, we're really excited to talk about these other novel use cases that is not just packages.
Also talk about this before we take a couple questions and show the trailer for this. I hate when Amazon says your package has been delivered and it has not been delivered. And you're talking to the Amazon guy, oh, we didn't deliver it yet, but it says it's been delivered. How many times has that happened? And I hate that. Not only that day, but the day after, and it comes late. And then all the time you go down to the mailroom and the packages are stolen. You guys have done something to offset that too.
Absolutely. So, in order to complete the delivery, you get to open the locker, put the item in the locker, and then the item's actually been delivered. So, that is the big premise is, really having that full chain of custody management when it comes to packages. And also once it gets delivered, making sure it stays at that location. And that's one thing that's hitting cities incredibly is this port piracy. And we're on a mission. And by the time we get to 25,000 location, no one's talking about port piracy anymore. It's gone. It's been taken care of because now we're using lockers to manage that.
So Linda Steele, tell them who you are and what you do, because I was thinking of, before you even text me about this, I was thinking of how you delivered macro-made meals, why that's important to get it to these customers, wherever they meet.
Well, it's my name is Linda Steele, and I not only am I a personal trainer and nutrition expert, but I also am a partner in my daughter's meal prep company called Macro Made Meals. And we not only have people pick up, but we also deliver and we also ship. So I'm trying to figure out how I can use your service with what we do. I'm not sure how we would do that, but I'm sure there would be a way that we can use that service.
Yeah, good. We have a great use case of this service in the Bay Area. It was an individual that actually mills flour for baking. So he started a business where he mills flour and he sells the flour as a business. It's called Satin Farms. And he started as a side project that he was working on the weekends. He was milling flour. He had a day job being a computer engineer at Uber. And as his business grew, he started, initially people would come into his doorstep to buy his flour. He's like, well, I have too many people coming to my house. So then he started doing deliveries to the actual customers throughout the communities. And then he's like, man, this is now taking my Saturday and Sunday doing deliveries. So then he started saying, okay, I'm going to have residents come meet me at these locations and they can pick it up, but they were busy. So for his use case, what he does now, he takes orders all week long. On Friday, he has a cutoff time. He mills the flour. On Saturday, he goes to our 10 locker locations around his area. He drops off all of his customer orders, and then they come pick it up when they want. And that's really drove down his delivery costs because he was talking about using same-day delivery companies, other delivery companies. The cost was very expensive. Now he can tap into this. He just does it himself. And now he's actually grown his business to actually quit his day job. And now he's focused 100% on milling flour.
Nice. Okay. I have to think about that.
So if you have local businesses with a food delivery, you can do a very similar thing. instead of delivering to doorsteps, you can actually deliver to locker locations. And the fun part is we work with local companies where we should place the lockers, because that's a critical part where we put lockers next to their actual customers.
Are
You're
you
in Chicago, right?
yeah?
Same time?
Are you in Chicago also?
We got some locations in Chicago. That's be a market that we're growing into this year.
Okay.
All right, let's take a look at this trailer.
Introducing Harbor's Marketplace Locker Network, open to builders to create alternative drop-off, storage, and pickup services at scale. Get unlimited on-demand access to over 9,000 lockers all across the U.S. with 25,000 locations by 2025. Built by locker innovators with over 15 years of experience and 250 million transactions, we make it fast and easy to integrate. No need to buy, install, or support lockers. Pay per use only when you access. Wondering how Harbor works? Easily integrate your application with Harbor Connect, a full-stack locker API and SDK with complete control of your own user experience. There are limitless possibilities with Harbor. Find a nearby location to store bags, get your food delivered, easily drop off returns, store and exchange tools with your field team, pick up packages, to scavenger hunts. The possibilities are endless. We're Harbor by Luxor One, making it easier to get things securely, asynchronously. Start building your idea today.
Love it.
Your thoughts, everybody, on this, Linda?
Yeah, that actually would work really well. We have a pickup at our kitchen location, but it's not open all the time. So this would actually be really convenient. People can pick it up at their leisure.
Absolutely. That, the buy online, pick up in store model is thing. You don't have to offer limited pickup hours. They can come up and put it outside the building. They can come and pick up the item when they're available. If their kids has a soccer game or get off work, they can come at any time to come pick up those meals.
Mm-hmm. I love it. That's great.
Almost like we got Terri speaking. She's on mute though.
Oh,
Yeah,
I am? Oh, sorry. I joined a little bit late. Sorry for I've got a little bit of a cold if my voice is kind of icky. I had a question about this. Is this for personal use, business use? And it's different locations all over. Like, where are they located? Because I joined a little late, so I'm sorry.
No problem. We have over 200 locations in the United States today. We're deploying about another 25,000 locations by the end of next 2 years, by 2025. And they can be used for a lot of different use cases. It could be B2B for businesses. And the thing we were kind of talking about before, the B2C model, if you're a business, you can pick it up, the items to the locker. And the one thing that's really exciting is the more peer-to-peer model, where like Facebook Marketplace, where people can buy items and sell them on Facebook. Or even one of your friends, like, hey, one of your friends came over to your house and they want to you need the key of the front door. Instead of hiding it under a rock, you can go to one of these lockers, put the keys in one of the lockers, and you can share a little code. And then your friend can pick up those keys to your house as well in a much nicer and secure way. So that's the really key component. These are our marketplace where we can see exchange happens very easily between individuals.
Could you use them as storage too?
Yeah, absolutely. So we got lockers used for bag storage. Is a big use case at stadiums. We put lockers in front of the ballparks, concerts, and things like that. You can use it for storage. Here in Vegas, a big opportunity we see is using it for bag storage here at the convention, like at CES. We see everyone walking around. Brian's carrying his huge bag, going around here.
I got 4 of them, plus on my scooter. Imagine a black guy riding 4 bags on a scooter. I feel like I'm home.
Well, I have an idea.
Brian should be using our lockers out here. So that's where we see the opportunities. So that's what makes us very unique, is that you can use them for all these other use cases, all within the same locker location.
Because I just thought how it could benefit my business. I work in healthcare. I work with orthopedics. I do orthopedic bracing and support. And I have a lot of different braces, a lot of different durable medical equipment that I have. I don't have a lot of places to keep it at my house. This could be like kind of, because I was thinking of getting a storage unit, but I mean, if I had this like in my territory that I could pick certain things up and keep it there, that might work for me.
Yeah. So what city are you located in?
I'm in Sherman Oaks, but I cover my sales territory starts in Encino and it goes all the way up to Pasos Robles. But yeah, I even have patients that, It depends. I mean, a lot of our braces are customized to we work with NFL, so all the NFL uses our Defiance brace. So I've got a big mix of customers, but it would help me because right now I have all this equipment that I have in my car and not enough room for it. And if I had a place like maybe I could store it and not have a storage locker, that might help me, So I just was kind of thinking of that out of the box.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a great opportunity. Use it for like micro storage or even long-term storage. So we have companies. So we are the company that manufactures the locker. But we have a whole app marketplace where other companies build and create ideas. And that's where we have currently 20 different apps on our app marketplace for different use cases. But the thing that gets us really excited is we most likely, kind of like the iPhone, when the iPhone first came out, everyone thought, oh, this is going to be a calculator or a music player. But now look at it. People doing TikToks, people on Snapchat, Instagram. It's became a fully integrated part of people's lives. No one really envisioned that when Apple launched the iPhone. They thought, well, this is cool. It's a phone. It's now a supercomputer and integrated into everyone's lives. And that's where we see these lockers became a key component people can use for not just packages, but for storing things, picking up things, trying product samples. See, Rachel's doing a new recipe and wants to build something. Hey, she can put some samples of her recipes in there. Say, hey, I got a new cookies made. Come to this locker location and come pick them up.
Instead of going to your home and becoming future stalkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you teamed up with companies like, how if we're going to drop off something through Amazon, we go to Kohl's, for instance, and drop it off at their store, or UPS. Have you teamed up with any stores? Like, where could we find your lockers?
Great question. So we have about 200 lockers deployed on this new marketplace locker. We do have over 10,000 locations at our main company called Luxor One, where we put lockers in apartment buildings and retail centers. So our marketplace lockers you see them in Sacramento, San Francisco in the Bay Area, and in LA. And then we have lockers in Austin, Texas, Atlanta, Jacksonville, Florida, North Carolina, and Charlotte. That's where one of our other offices are located at. But by end of the year, we'll be in all of our primary markets. You can see in LA, Seattle as well. And you can find the locker locations if you open one of our apps, like Drop Locker is our peer-to-peer app that anyone can go use today. You can download the app, you'll see a little map view, and you can see all the pin locations of lockers near you.
Very cool.
Hey, Linda, talk about this. Let's talk about your book. Let's talk about what you've been doing since the start of the year, even though it just started, but how you ended the year with all the stuff that you were doing, because you had an interesting year.
I had a really interesting year. It started with the launch of my book, Nerves of Steel, and it went to international bestseller overnight, which I was really, really excited about, very proud of. I did promote it a little bit throughout the year. I was on podcasts and, different shows pretty steadily through at least the beginning of the summer. And then I wound up switching gyms. I worked at this one gym that I had been with since 2010, and I switched gears and I went with a different gym that I'm training out of now. That has been keeping me very busy. Just the move and the transition with all my clients and so forth. I'm on social media a little bit here and there, but mostly I'm really just servicing my clients with nutrition. I had another endeavor on the docket that I haven't really pursued yet, but I was going to be putting a program together. I have a program together. I just haven't launched it publicly yet, but to train personal trainers. So that's the next thing in the works. But meanwhile, I just been taking care of my everyday clients and household and family and so forth. I became a grandma this year. That's been really exciting. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's been a lot of fun.
Together ever.
Thank you. It's been a lot of family stuff going on this year, and I've just really been spending a lot of time with my own personal stuff going on.
That's
Yeah,
funny
We
that
lost you,
Howard
Howard.
brought this.
Howard's going on
I
a
got
little
it.
adventure.
Way to go.
Hey, Howard, since you're back with us, tell everybody who you are. Tell Van what room you're in and what you're wearing,
I'm Howard Wiggins. I'm in the upstairs art gallery room, basically. And this just an old jacket I had. Here's again, because I keep tripping on the cord. It's just the way it is. So anyway, I'm son of Little Roy Wiggins, one of the world's 35 leading interior designers. I've got some movies coming out. I'm enjoying life. I'm dancing. Brian's got me on all these podcast shows, and I'm loving that. So keep them coming. Can you hear me?
So, Howard, what do you think?
Okay.
These lockers. Do
Yep.
you hear us talking about that? Any fun ideas you can use from your interior design side?
Well, I've kind of retired from interior design, but I'm still do it. My camera's froze. Can you see me move, or is it froze?
You're moving.
No, we can see you.
Okay, I can't see it. But anyway,
You might have a little delay.
yeah, I think I have a little delay because of the storm here. But anyway.
All right, so Tosh, talk about
We
this.
had it last night.
This is also good for merchandising, and this will help cut down on what she's doing too, won't it? As that small independent, that small mom and pop singer-songwriter who's got to get her music out there in a different way too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so I recently launched my merch, which I'm wearing. One of them was the Sugar Daddy bucket hat. And I realized that sending stuff out of Florida is pretty expensive. So I was like, oh my God, I spent almost like $20 to send a hat to Texas. And I was like, well, I'm not even making any money. So yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the kinks of how to, send stuff outside of Florida in a more, economical way. But yeah, those loggers would be perfect for, my bucket hats. I also have some crop tops that I've, slowly building my merchandise because, well, I'm a singer-songwriter, so that you know what I do. I'm not here just promoting Sugar Daddies. It's the name of my single called Sugar Daddy. And yeah, I think you said you have these in Jacksonville. I live in Miami. Do you have any around Miami?
We got lockers coming to Miami. By the end of next month, we'll be having some lockers out there. Right now, going to Tampa, then Miami to be the following city.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then even, depending on where you have merch, delivery cost is outrageous. $20 is quite expensive, to spend a bucket's hat. I'm not sure what you build your website on. Did you build on Shopify or?
Yeah, Shopify. So I'm not sure if I did that, like if that wasn't the right way to go, but it's like my first time. So I was like, oh, Shopify. Perfect. Spotify was like, oh, Shopify connects to your Spotify. I was like, perfect. So now I'm like, oh my God, this is like, there's no reason for me to sell this only in Miami, I would put these in a locker.
Yeah, the reason is, Shopify is one of the leading tools for e-commerce people to start a website. And one of the fun things is we just got, compatibility with Shopify. So the fun thing with that is you actually take an app that you can put onto Shopify. You can see these different delivery locations. And then we've also have some delivery partners that can help, potentially even drive down that shipping cost down. So instead of paying $20, maybe you can get it around $7 up for shipping.
That's a bargain right there, Tosh, isn't it?
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm here like, come to Miami real quick, please.
Chef Rachel Roberts, talk about, you ended the year strongly. Talk about what you're doing as you're looking like Uma Thurman and in general and things like that, because you got to get a lot of good stuff you could talk about. Some of it you can't talk about yet.
Right. Okay. So I'm doing some really exciting things. I'm working on my book, Linda. I talked to you before about that. Sometimes when you're writing a book, you push it aside, you forget about it, you don't do it. And then it just takes one friend to call you up and get you motivated again. Turn on the computer and just sit down and do it. So I did. I started that and I'm excited. And now Cooper is my little 8-year-old, he saw me writing, and so now he's inspired. So he's been writing too. It's so cute.
Oh,
So, and he's pretty good. He's actually writing more so far than I have. He's like on chapter 6. So
oh my God.
anyway,
Oh.
so I've been doing that. I know it's so cute. I'm still, I have every morning I have a show, Coffee Talk. And so that's a lot of fun. I go on every Monday through Friday, not Saturday or Sunday. We just talk about bullshit. Nothing. Sometimes there's things to talk about. Sometimes it's just bullshit. But I started taking guests on and interviewing people, and that is kind of exploding. So now I had a guy from Atlanta come in to Houston, and he was like, I want to be on movie reviews, Coffee Talk. And so now we have a really exciting party coming up. The Texas Bikini Team girls, which, in Texas, we have the most beautiful women in the world. And back in, 20 years ago, there was something called the Texas Bikini Team. And these girls were the most beautiful of the beautiful. And you would have to try out to be in the Texas. Anyway, they're having a big reunion party. It's 300 of these swimsuit models. And I mean, we're all 50, right? So it's like, I can't wait to see all these women. But I'm going to go out there to the party, and I'm going to, do lives, and I'll do, I'm doing Coffee Talk with the guy that's, he was the one that is in charge of all this. I'm going to be doing, I'm friends with the captain she was the captain of that, the team. And so I'm going to do Coffee Talk with her. She's very successful now. She has her own clothing line, and she's a great mom. And, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm interviewing people. I'm doing a lot of stuff. I'm still doing commercials. I do a lot of reels for people. Things are good.
Great.
And I'm still doing the cooking stuff. I don't, I still, every now and then you'll see me turn on the camera.
I miss your dishes, Rachel.
Yeah. I still, I cook every day. Today I did salmon and this beautiful salad. I just don't, it's a whole nother thing, to do the cooking show. And right now, the thing is people can, if you want to find a recipe, either you Google it, right? I mean, do people really watch cooking shows anymore? I don't think so. I mean, now, and plus you go on Instagram, you're scrolling through, you see people doing these beautiful little reels with 30 seconds. And who needs to watch a whole cooking show? So anyway, I'm kind of rethinking all that. Maybe I'll do it. It'll be a comedy show, cooking comedy. I got to think of something.
I'll watch
out of curiosity.
Yeah. Right, my movie and reviews and more would watch.
Exactly. Terri Marie.
So
Yes. Hi.
What's been happening with you?
Well, guess where I am right now?
I have no idea.
I'm on a business trip, but I'm in Longpont, California, where one of the biggest prisons is. So I'm actually going to be talking to the orthopedic surgeons or like the staff there at the prison, which is kind of going to be kind of interesting because I don't think I've ever been to a prison. So it's one of my accounts. So I thought you'd find that interesting, Brian. And then what was that? Oh,
Nope,
anyway.
sorry.
So, I thought it was a question. So anyway, besides that, who I am, I'm a fitness competitor. I'm trying to get back on stage. I've had some family issues that have kind of pulled me out. And I eventually will be writing a book on all this, on how to take care of an elderly parent, because I'm learning so much and so much patience and how no, I mean, really, I've got like 3 books I need to be writing, but like right now it's like no one realizes until they get to the point where they take care of an elderly parent, and then the problems you have with siblings and family, it's just, I mean, it's mind-blowing. I'm realizing now I'm not the only one who's alone in this kind of situation. A lot of people deal with the same kind of situation. They just don't know how to talk about it. So maybe I can help people with that. Also with fitness, I really want to get back on stage. I've been training like a crazy person. I'm back on my meal prep. I got a little sidetracked because I got this stupid cold that won't go away. I've taken 2 COVID tests. So I don't have COVID, but it just everybody's sick this time, like this year. It's just weird. Like all my doctors are sick. My friends are sick. It's just crazy. But I have big plans for this year. I want to start my own merchandise. Like Tasha, I need to talk to you because I want to bring out the Terri or the Nonstop Terri Marie brand out. So I want to do big things. I just have to make sure that, I take care of my mom first because family always comes first, or, or like your parents. Not everybody in your family. I'm also learning that just because that person is blood doesn't mean they're family. That makes any sense. I'm noticing that I have a lot of friends that I didn't realize how great they are going through this experience. So as Brian knows, I'm going through a lot of growth right now. But hopefully after this whole thing is over, I will become a better person and help other people. So there's my spiel. And you can find all my fitness stuff on TerriMarieOfficial.com. And again, I'm sick, but I'm here. So anyway.
Hey, so everybody who was on last week, you remember from France, we had Stefan on about his Skype, the silent mask. So you'll be happy to know in 10 minutes, they raised $40,000 for their GoFundMe or Kickstarter, I should say. He's very, very happy. We will get one of those masks, which will be good. And I found an interesting toothbrush. It's called O Clean. And what it does, it measures what you're doing, how you're brushing. If you're brushing good on the sides and everything like that. It's also got a cleaner. I'll make sure everybody gets one of the kits. It really comes out at the end of August in the US, but they have their samples, which is good.
I want
the funny
that.
thing about that, it's really good. The funny thing about it is that you could put it up against the mirror and it sticks up there. You could actually take it with you too, and it actually sterilizes. Because imagine, when's the last time someone sterilized their toothbrush besides me? But the thing is, they've got a steril. Hey, Linda, yeah, they got a sterilizer for it. So, and it lasts a year. So every 3 hours, it's sterilizing your toothbrushes, and then it's got interchangeable, and then you can take it with you in its own travel case. It's really cool, and I like them. Chinese made. I talked to the founder about that, and it was really, really interesting.
I saw it on her story today.
Yeah, I mean, there's all these great things. They again, when it comes to inventors and things like that, that's the good thing about CES. You see these things before anybody gets dibs on them. And then sometimes it may be a year later. It's almost how like a movie is made. And then by the time we like to show it, most people have never heard of these things. A lot of people don't even know these things, these great things exist. And that's one reason why I like to showcase them. You guys are going to be really happy with what I got coming with LG. You've ever seen, I'll put it up later, when you see their great TV displays and the refrigerators, the smart ones, wait till you see what we got in the kitchen. So for all you people who like to cook, you guys are going to be happy about this stuff. And I finally got a chance to talk to the money man about it. Got a chance to talk to John Taylor, the vice president of LG in America. Just a great guy. I've been after him for 6 years, and I'm finally happy with what's about to happen. Howard, talk about your interview with Jeremy, going into Rachel after that, because Tasha's is coming soon, Terry's is coming soon, and then Linda Steele's coming up. So we're going to do a follow-up show after everybody's done their thing sometime after the Oscars. Go ahead, Howard.
Yeah, I really enjoyed my interview with Jeremy. It was about 2 hours long. So we talked about interior design, talked about Dolly and I, of course, talked about some of the famous people that my parents knew as I was growing up. We talked philosophy. He's an interesting guy. He kind of gets on all levels, and it was very nice, and I enjoyed it very much so. So go to my Facebook page. If you got 2 hours to spend, you can watch it. If not, watch the little clip. So
I love Jeremy.
I can't wait to go on his
Rachel,
journey.
talk about why you love Jeremy.
Oh my gosh, he's very nice. He's very funny. He's very interesting. He's very smart, and he's easy to talk to. And yeah, I don't know. We connected, and we met on the show. I did his podcast, and I honestly, when he told me it was going to be 2 hours, I was like, oh, good Lord. But we just wanted to keep going. I mean, he's easy to talk to. He loved Nathasha. He loved your energy. He was like,
oh my God,
he really did. He loved all. Yeah.
He made me tear up in my interview. Like we went, like I felt like I was in a therapy session. Like he made me
Yeah.
like tear up. I was like, oh my God, Jeremy. Like it was like one of those interviews that I was like, oh my God, like you're good.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
He's really good, and he's a nice guy. And yeah, I'm still friends with him. I talk to him every day. Mhm.
Hey, so Tosh, when it comes to yours is coming very soon, but he really liked your energy as that person that's younger. Talk about what your experience is before people come out and we start to share it.
Yeah, so it's coming out actually January 16th. And my energy it's not what it is today. I'm a very like positive like person, like anything, that you tell me or if anything that happens in my life, positive or negative, I try to find some positive outlook in it. And I always try to reciprocate that and, kind of get all the people on the same level. But I wasn't like that before. It took me in the pandemic that I had a lot of time to myself and had some soul searching and things I wanted to switch on as I was dealing with everything that was going on. And I started reading a book from The Secret, and it taught me a lot about being grateful about from the smallest things to the biggest things, and it really changed the way that I saw life. And it talked about energies, what you give out is what you attract. And as soon as I started, switching gears on how I thought, I started getting a lot of beautiful things with my career in music, and manifestation. So yeah, I think Jeremy loves that because I feel like he's also in that way. I felt a lot of like just beautiful energy coming out from him, and he just always had something nice to say about anything. He never said anything bad about like any topics that we were talking about. So I think that's why we connected so well, because we're on that high vibration of life.
Well, yeah, I do think.
Yeah.
Also
so
talk
do you
about your trip for the audience that didn't catch you. Your trip going outside the country. Talk about that. Linda doesn't know about that.
Oh my God. Okay, so hold on. So the show just started airing yesterday, but my group hasn't come on yet. I still don't know when my group is gonna air. But I'll be on TV for a whole week, and you'll be laughing a lot. But I had a chance. I got picked to go on a game show. It's a Spanish trivia show. And they flew me to Uruguay for a whole week during Thanksgiving. And at first, I really thought, my mom thought I was gonna go like get human trafficked over there, because at first we didn't know why I was flying out to Uruguay. The show was in Miami, like a lot of things were going on, and I was this close to not going. And then something in my heart said, Nathasha, just take a leap of faith and go. And it's actually a real show. Like it's nothing happened. It was I just met a lot of amazing people in the entertainment field. I was able to tell people about my story, about my music, about everything that I've built since 2020, when I started like really going in and 100% into my music. And the show is so fun. It's so fun. I can't talk about a lot of things, but as soon as I know when my group is gonna air, I will tell all of you guys about it. I have so many pictures, videos to show. It did make me realize that I need to brush up a little bit more on my culture of like general stuff, because there were some things that were hard, but it was a beautiful experience, and I'm happy that I was able to explore Uruguay also. If you haven't gone to Uruguay, you need to add that to your list, because it's a beautiful, beautiful place with so much culture, so much history. I had no idea that was all. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see.
traveling is one of the best things you can do.
Yes, it was. It'll be all up on my Instagram. I already have all my reels ready. I'm just like waiting to see like when my group is gonna go on, and you guys are gonna have a lot of fun. I do a lot of like, when I get nervous, I do like a lot of weird movements, and and I was able to sing my song on TV. So if I don't go viral, I don't know what else to do.
Hey, Linda Steele, talk about this. We got about a couple minutes left. What was the best thing about writing your book? What are some of the people who bought your book like about that they didn't know also about you? And what's next for you the next 90 days? And show that book again where people can buy it.
You can get it on Amazon. Nerves of Steel is the name of the book, and it's available on Amazon, but also I have a website, nervesofsteel.net. And you asked me 3 questions, and I already forgot them, but I believe one of them was tell people liked my book or what they got out of it. A lot of people were able to draw parallels in their lives. My book is about childhood trauma and how it follows you into your adult relationships. And I was getting the best emails and text messages and messages on Instagram and Facebook. People who have gone through very similar situations, and how they kind of go through life just holding on to this trauma and just moving on alongside it. So it was really great that I was able to connect with so many people and help them kind of get through it, push it aside, still become successful. Don't make the trauma run your life. You have to go on with your everyday and just kind of keep it alongside you, but not let it control you. And so that was the greatest part of my book. The things that they didn't know about me, most everything, from what I hear, from what people tell me, is I make things look easy, and things have not been easy. And so that was something that I didn't realize. When people saw me, conduct my life, they had no idea that there were certain things that were, that had gone on throughout my entire life that I had to work through. And there's the very last page of my book is something that, if you haven't read my book, I'm going to have you read it so you can see the last page. But that's something that I may pursue in a different fashion. I don't know if I'm going to write a book regarding it. I don't know if it's going to be some kind of a documentary that I want to do something with. But the last page of my book shows a new chapter of my life that is new to me. And that was a big shock to most everybody who read my book.
I read it, and I read it in less than a week. In less than a week, it took me to read this book. It was like, you just don't want to stop. You don't want to stop. You're just like, oh my God, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Like, Linda, wow. I when I finished reading it, I messaged her right there, and I was like, Linda, oh my fucking God. Like, wow. Like, you are a warrior, woman. You are, wow. Like, you're such an inspiration to so many people that read that. Like, all the punches life gives you, you were punching right back and coming out better than ever. So,
thank you, Tasha.
Everything.
That means so much to me. And girl, I told you that I was going to give you the friends and family version because there was things that I couldn't put in the book. You and I, family version with a few. We're going to have it. Because there's so much that I wish I could tell it all. It's just too many people are still around that I couldn't.
So can you put those things in after that person passes? I have a question. So my ex-husband, there's stuff I was like to say to him that can you put that in the book after they?
Give us some favorite music that you like.
I paid plenty of legal people alongside the book.
So Brian got a question for us. Brian, what we got?
Favorite films, favorite music, and ending with Harbor.
Favorite film. This is a live movie reviews and more, so we need to include the films in it. I'll say Silicon Valley movie, vintage, Steve Jobs versus Bill Gates. One of my favorite movies. All about the pirates. We call ourselves pirates in the harbor ship.
And the funny thing about that is this is where cell phones were debuted. Steve Jobs used to come here all the time before Apple started having their own stuff. So for those few of us that got a chance to meet him, we were like, wow, we're all going to have one of these things. Look where we are now.
Yeah, we're on the pirate ship here in the harbor side. So we, look up that model and we're here disrupting.
Music.
So, music, I would say my son is 5 years old. I got him a drum set for Christmas. He's my favorite musician right now. So making noise. We're working on making actual music tracks. I got one music video I've made with my son already. More coming.
That's good. And Harbor.
So favorite thing about Harbor coming up, we got, just kicking the year off strong at CES. Got a big week here, heading to New York to NRF, National Retail Federation. and then we're here back in Vegas. So, for Harbor this year, getting us more lockers deployed. We have 20 apps on the platform. We're going to end the year hitting 7,500 locations, and hope all of us on this call have touched one of the lockers by the end of the year. Is the grand vision I'm putting out there.
And so I first saw the first episode on Masters of the Air. If you ever saw Band of Brothers on HBO or Pacific, excellent series on Masters in the Air will be the Air Force and what they did in World War II. And then, Rebel will like this. What was that? What was that? That silly horror movie that did well. Freddy something or whatever it was. They got a sequel coming. Yeah, they got a sequel.
Oh my God.
My sons would be so happy for this.
They got a sequel coming. It did that well. It shocked everybody. Like I could see Tasha's face was lit up off of that. I know Rebel's like smirking probably. And again, there's a couple other things. Iron Claw, the Von Erichs and the wrestling thing. Excellent movie out there. Aquaman didn't do so well, but I love, if you get a chance on Apple TV, I'm sticking on Apple TV right now, see with Jason Momoa on that. It's an excellent series. Linda Steele, what have you been seeing movie-wise? We got about 3 minutes left.
Really, I've been all about Netflix, and I what are the ones I'm watching right now? I mean, there's just a handful. Virgin River, love it. I don't know if you guys watched that. Yellowstone, I can't wait for that to come back out. That's fantastic. SEAL Team, I've been watching. I mean, I've watched that twice now. And, there are just a couple of the cute rom-com ones that I've been watching. Cute stuff.
And give you social media links.
I am on Instagram, Linda Steele Wellness. I believe on Facebook, also Linda Steele Wellness. I've changed everything to Linda Steele Wellness. And I'm on YouTube. Same thing, Linda Steele Wellness. Twitter or X. What is it now? I don't even remember.
It's X.
Yeah, everything is Linda Steele Wellness across the board.
Rachel Roberts, a couple movies and social media links. Rachel
Movies. Okay. I can't think of the name. It's the one with the plane that crashed they're in the snow and then they had to eat people, and it's called like The Snow something.
Oh.
I think it's on Netflix.
Yes.
It's so good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Saw that too.
Yeah, yeah. It's a true story. Did y'all see that? That one, that was good. Anyway, and I'm reading Bill Wyatrack's book. I thought maybe it would be over here, but I interviewed Bill Wyatrack like a week ago, right before. This guy takes all these crazy adventures. Like, he's been all over the world, every place. Now he's at the very bottom of his list of places to go. So he's in Cameroon, Africa. And all this funny stuff is happening. Like, everything that could go wrong goes wrong. Anyway, he wrote a book, and it's really good. So I've been reading that. Lots of reading. And you can find me, Rachel Roberts Recipes, every morning. Watch me on Coffee Talk.
Locally, Tosh, talk about your music real quick and where they can purchase it, where they can listen to it.
Yes, so my music is available on all streaming platforms. You can also get it on my website, nathasharumbosmusic.com. You can follow me on social media. It's vocally Tosh, because I also do I also do radio for La Mega 97.5 in Rochester every Sunday from 4 to 8. So you can listen to me on the app if you don't live in Rochester. And then Sugar Daddy, got my merch, my Sugar Daddy bucket hats. They are going hot. I sold out my first 12 pack. So, we're making more and then, getting those in, and people are loving it. So I'm really happy. And working on new music already, getting ready for this year. We have about 3 new songs that are going to come out within this year. So I'm excited. A lot of collaborations, a lot of different genres that I'm going to be hitting into. And also, I just wanted to comment, a movie that I just saw 2 days ago, Finest Kind. Really, really good. It's on Paramount. Really, really amazing movie. It was a great story. And I had not seen Tommy Lee Jones in a movie in a really long time. So that was, really great seeing him in action.
Absolutely.
That's it for me.
All right, 30 seconds left. Howard, social media links.
Howard Wiggins Facebook, and the movie I like is Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. I'm really into Marilyn Monroe again. I think I've seen every one of her movies, but I just love the lines she has, like finding a place to wear a tiara when she put it on her head. And I just love finding places to wear diamonds. I like
And
her
Terri
sense of
Marie.
humor.
Social media links.
Terri nonstop on all platforms, and then my website is terrimarieofficial.com. I will be catching up to everybody this year. Again, like I just had a lot of family stuff going on, but just watch out. This is going to be my year.
All right. Got to thank everybody. Got to thank fans for coming in. It's never easy to do something like this, but this is a little bit easier than having like 4 other people on. But you're going to get a chance to see a bunch of great products and great to meet some new found friends really soon. As I always say, have a good night tonight, because I'm going to have fun as soon as I get out of here. A better day tomorrow, because I'm going to really have some fun tomorrow. Tomorrow's a packed day. And if you see someone without a smile, first of all, buy Linda Steele's book, And then with that, we will see you next week. I'm Brian Sebastian. This is Movie Reviews and More. See you later.
Well, appreciate